Here's one of the nets. I think this one is called C4. Hard to see, but you've got a net that is about, I don't know, 9 feet or so tall. And it looks like it's a 12-meter net. And usually you had these lanes cut out just wide enough to walk by and for the nets to not have any vegetation tangled in them. And then butting up to this one, we have C5. And it's a pretty good strategy in some of these areas to have two nets butted up next to each other, so it kind of creates a natural capture area. I got an American redstart in my hand, probably a first-year male, although I can't say for sure. And then down here we have a Swainson's thrush, who looks pretty well tangled.
No, it's not really tangled at all. I was just probably making it look harder than it was.
Oh, perfect.
Body grasp method that we've learned to use is a big help. We can get them into our hand and get them out pretty easily.
Rich, that's the other net that I use now. You got a couple. So it looks like you came in on this side, the top. This is a bigger bird. Oh, it's pooing all over the place. It definitely came in from that side. Looks like you're going to have to come over on this side to get this one out. The Swainson's thrush again, caught in the net. So you can tell they're certainly moving through in numbers right now, the Swainsons. Yep. Come back to them. Man, I cannot believe how big he is. Their feet are so graspy and strong. It always surprises me too with the Carolina wrens how strong their feet are.
They're one of my favorites.
The Carolina wrens?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've got a banded pair where I live. They had a couple broods this year. I wasn't able to band any of the offspring. But yeah, I do have a pair that are banded. It's just nice to be able to know you can keep track of them and see how long they're going.
Yeah, they nest in our neighbor's garage, so they come over here once in a while.
Okay, we have a recap. Swainson's thrush here. So that's not going to help me because I was going to talk about how to put the band on. So we'll go through this one, then we'll look at the next one. Okay, ready? Band number 2341.
2341.
33888.
33888.
Fat one. Could have gone 0. Reading fat is always subjective, so we don't pretend to all have the exact same interpretation. And because it's a recap, I'm not going to do anything else to put, so you can take the weight.
29.8.
Hello.
Beautiful voices.
Okay, here we have a new Swainson's thrush.
Matt, did you tell me?
That one was C4, this will be 9.
New Swainson's?
New Swainson's thrush.
Alright.
And there are different ways to do this, and different people have you put the bands on in different ways. Some people want you to read every band before you put it on. I don't consider it necessary. We have all the tools to remove a band if you do get the wrong band on a bird. So when you put these pliers down, it'll save you time if you always put them with the pin up. So if you just take the band off, and don't turn it over or do anything, straight onto the pliers, This is a very easy opening method, just thumb and fingers. Band on the bird, and it'll always be what we call right side up, which means we can read it when it's in the hand in this position. If you take the time to look at it, then you've got to think about which way, you know, you create more problems for yourself than you solve by looking. Once in a while I do get a band mixed up and I have to figure out what I did. That happens.
Yeah.
But I don't consider that the end of the world. And like I say, there is a tool that you can take the band off if you have to, and I don't mean because it's upside down. I mean because it's the wrong band on.
Yeah.
So that simplifies life quite a bit, and I just assume you do it that way.
There's a good chunk of Kalamazoo chicken sparrows that have their bands on upside down.
The wing is 94.
Of the birds I put a band up here. I like that too.
I'm looking for shaft streaks, but I'm not finding any. Presence of shaft streaks would tell me the thrush was a hatchier, but the absence doesn't tell me anything. Fat 0. Quick check for ticks. I need to age it because it doesn't have shaft streaks. And don't like this light. I'll call this one an after hatchier too. We do get these periods where a lot of after hatchiers come through at the same time, so that's entirely possible. Incredibly durable birds. But have you ever handled a woodpecker?
Yeah.
One of the cool things is use some force and actually try to bend those tail feathers. And they use those to, you know, really, they're just really stiff, you know, because they use them against the trees and stuff. And they're incredibly durable to be able to do that.
They're buff. I love that about them. They feel it when you like hold
How
them.
tough they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Just
You
feel
feel
like,
stout.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially when the feet grab onto you, you can feel just the strength.
He's waiting for an opportunity to get hold of me. So this band, not sure if we've used some partial strings. It could be an older band. I have to look at see what the age is.
Oh, it's a recap?
Yes. 8011. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 74371. And it is not a hatchier bird. We can put for flight feather molt symmetrical, which is even the hatchiers can do. And it's got a couple new feathers there. Probably elsewhere here on the wings. Looks like the tertials are probably new. But the reason we know it's not a hatchier is it has molted primary coverts. It's got like 3, it looks like, that have come in, and then the rest are juvenile coverts. So we know this is a second-year bird just beginning to molt those coverts. It'll actually retain some of those coverts into the 3rd year.
God, that bill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an SY, and it is a male. It is a hairy woodpecker. And fat 0. And except for the weight, I think that's about it. Oh, wing. I'll do wing. You know, it's a recap. Sometimes if I haven't handled a bird in a year or two, I like to do that. 123 wing.
Precoides pubescens. And then I'm going to stop it.
We want to do anything particular with the red star?
No, it's okay. We'll get moving.
We should get more.
Right. So we have a Swainson's Trust that they just got done banding.
That's not from 18 weeks.
Not Swainson's either.
No.
It's a great.
The same bird
It's
that
the
you've
same
seen
bird.
several times.
It's the one that keeps
Yeah.
The only great sheep
the
we've banded.
recurring great creativity sheep.
Hope this is focusing okay. I don't know what the focus level on this thing is yet. Gorgeous. This bird is coming from the boreal, the taiga forest up in northern Canada. And there you have it, Swainson's thrush. Catharis
Not my strong suit.
swainsonii.
That sounds good.
You want the whole number?
Anyway, that's it.
I'll take one. Okay.
Rich, will you do me a favor actually with this bird?
Sure.
Will you extend its wings so they can see the wings?
So I just hold
2,
it to it.
3, 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want to do that.
You want the underside or the top?
On both, if you're
So I
offering.
guess I'll just.
Okay.
Okay, you get a good shot at the wings. 109 millimeters, you said?
This one was actually 94.
94, so female? Maybe?
Nope, it's in the overlap, so it's unknown.
Okay.
And the underside is...
On the other side. You can see the band on its right leg. Wonderful. Thanks, sir.
Hopefully.
Let her go. We have a hairy
We
woodpecker.
are going over here with this.
Male, adult male, he said.
But then you can turn around.
You see the red on the back of the head?
To 18B, 18B this way. I expect to meet you before you go up the hill.
Okay.
Quite a big bird.
So good. I did these ones actually once. So, okay. So back up.
We'll get him on his way. So we have a black-throated blue female warbler. She is on her way to the tropics. Pretty plain overall. Got those white wing patches that are pretty characteristic. She's pretty dull in color overall. In her face, she has kind of a broken eye ring around her eye, but that's pretty characteristic. And she's ready to go, you can tell. So I'm going to let her go. Here we have a black-throated green female warbler. She's also headed to the tropics. I think this is a new bird they haven't captured yet. The male will have an all-black throat, and you can see sort of hers is broken, a little black on either side, but it's white in between. But you can see how closely she follows my action with her head, just like a gyroscope. It's impressive. And that bill, how pointed, like forceps it is, very specialized for gleaning insects off surfaces. And yeah, love birds, and hopefully you can see why just by seeing these. We're gonna let her go. Let's show you that process. So we put them into this box which has access to the outside world, and then I let go and she'll fly out, and she's gone. And she'll make a fuss for a little bit.